New developments tonight. Michigan could be in serious trouble if more money isn't spent on bridge repair. That according to MDOT's 5-year transportation program. Officials say in the next few years we'll be spending the lowest amount on bridges in more than a decade. And they say that could lead to serious risks down the road. News Channel 3's Mackenzie Decker joins us live in Kalamazoo. Mackenzie, you've been looking over some of the long-term effects of this.
Yeah, Andy, MDOT does a lot of things for our bridges all across the state, but what they need now are replacements, not just repairs. And funding issues now could lead to much bigger issues later on. Michigan's Department of Transportation voicing concerns on the declining bridge conditions and the lack of resources to address them.
We have this large backlog, this large cliff of funding needs that if we wait until it hits us, it's going to be too large to address in the future.
Chief Bridge Engineer Rebecca Curtis says MDOT owns about 4,500 bridges throughout the state. And right now, about 49% of them are in good or fair condition. But given current funding, MDOT isn't replacing enough of those bridges that aren't up to standard, running the risk of widespread closures in the next 10 to 20 years.
Let's say starting in 2027, we're only expecting to replace 8 to 10 bridges a year, which with an inventory of 4,500 bridges, that means our bridges would need to last for 500 years at that rate of replacement. Ideally, we'd be replacing about 50 bridges a year statewide in order to make sure that we could avoid closures.
Here in Southwest Michigan, things look pretty good. Curtis says there are 409 state-owned bridges in the region, and only 12 of those are in poor condition. But Curtis says when you look at the amount of funding available and the amount of replacements needed, most of those bridges are at risk of being closed in the next 10 years, affecting more than 40,000 drivers a day who typically utilize them.
And additionally, when you look out 20 years, because of the age of the inventory in the region, the number of bridges at risk of some sort of closure jumps up to 137. And so that's obviously a really stark increase from the pretty good condition that you're experiencing today.
And closures come along with all sorts of problems. We could see detours, long delays, and maybe even ripple effects for emergency response times. Live in Kalamazoo, I'm Mackenzie Decker, News Channel 3.